your 2025 U.S. Open Men's Singles Champion, Carlos Alcaraz.
On a bright night in New York, history unfolded before a roaring crowd. The match was over, but the real moment was yet to come. Cameras flashed, the crowd stood tall, and a champion walked forward to claim his crown. What followed was not only a trophy lift, but a story of respect, rivalry, and pure joy. This is the story of that night. Carlos Alcaraz has done it again. On September 7th, 2025, he won the U.S. Open in New York. In front of a huge crowd and under the bright lights, he beat Jannik Sinner in 4 sets. The scores were 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4. With this win, Carlos earned his second U.S. Open title and his 6th Grand Slam trophy. He also rose back to number 1 in the world, taking the top spot away from his rival. The match itself was electric, but what came after made it unforgettable. When the last point ended, Carlos dropped his racket, raised his arms, and smiled wide. The noise inside Arthur Ashe Stadium was deafening. Fans waved Spanish flags, clapped, and cheered as if the night belonged to them too. But soon the attention turned to the main stage at center court. The trophy ceremony was about to begin. The stadium lights dimmed slightly and spotlights pointed to a silver table where the famous U.S. Open trophy waited. Ball kids lined up, officials gathered, and cameras focused. The crowd rose to their feet once again when both players walked toward the stage. Jannik Sinner walked first, his head high despite the loss. Then came Carlos Alcaraz, smiling but also emotional, knowing the trophy was his. Before the trophy lift, the announcer gave a speech. He praised both players for their skill and their spirit. Then he invited Jannik Sinner to speak. Sinner, though disappointed, showed grace. He congratulated Carlos, saying he deserved the win and admitted he must change his game to improve. His voice was calm, and the crowd applauded warmly. Even in defeat, Jannik won respect. Then it was Carlos's turn. The microphone was placed in his hands, and the stadium went quiet.
I'm just really proud about the people I have around. Thank you very much. Every achievement that I'm having is because of you. It's thanks to you.
With a smile, he thanked his team, his family, and the fans. He turned to Jannik and laughed, saying, "I see you more than my family." The crowd cheered and both players smiled, sharing a moment that showed their bond. He then promised to keep working hard and said he was not at his best yet. His speech was short but full of joy and humility.
Finally, the moment arrived. The trophy was brought forward, shining under the lights. Carlos reached for it, lifted it high, and the stadium erupted. Confetti fell from above, golden and silver pieces swirling around him. He kissed the trophy, held it to his chest, and then raised it again for the photographers. The image of him with the trophy became the symbol of the night, a young champion at the top of the sport.
Behind him, his team clapped and shouted with pride. His coaches hugged one another and his family waved from the stands. Tears were seen in the eyes of some fans. For Spain, this was more than a trophy. It was a moment of national pride. Even the Spanish royal family later sent a message of congratulations, saying the whole country was proud of him. The crowd in New York was part of the story too. Fans from Spain and Italy filled the seats, waving their flags and chanting names. Every point had been met with gasps, cheers, and applause, and now every camera flashed as Carlos posed with his prize. The energy was electric, showing how this rivalry had captured hearts all around the world. Outside the stadium, headlines spread fast. Newspapers praised Carlos for his calm mind, his strong spirit, and his happy smile. In Spain, children dreamed of becoming like him. In Italy, fans stood by Sinner, proud of his fight and courage. Around the world, this trophy lift was not just seen as a victory, but as proof that tennis was entering a new age. Even lighter moments came during the ceremony. Women's champion Aryna Sabalenka joined the broadcast and by mistake called Carlos Jannik Sinner. The crowd laughed, and so did Carlos. He waved it off with a smile and said it was no big deal. That simple laugh showed his calmness, even in the biggest spotlight. The rivalry between Alcaraz and Sinner is already being called one of the greatest in tennis. Novak Djokovic himself said they are the two best players in the world right now. For many, the trophy ceremony was not just about one winner. It was about two young stars building a future together. For Carlos, lifting the trophy was a dream come true, but he promised it was not the end. He said he would keep working to improve and left his rivals with a warning: be afraid. With those words, the confetti still falling around him, Carlos sent a clear message that his journey is far from over. Looking back, the night had everything: skill, tension, respect, and history. The match showed Carlos's greatness and Sinner's will to grow. The trophy presentation gave us smiles, laughs, and unforgettable images of a champion at his peak. Carlos Alcaraz is now a two-time US Open champion, a six-time Grand Slam winner, and the world's new #1. Jannik Sinner, even in defeat, showed strength and honor. Together, they make tennis shine brighter than ever. And as Carlos lifted the silver trophy high with confetti raining down, the world saw more than a victory. It saw the beginning of a new era in tennis. The ceremony also reminded fans of past champions. Many compared the joy on Carlos's face to moments when Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer lifted their first trophies in New York. Those legends once ruled tennis, and now fans feel they are watching the birth of another legend who could carry the sport into the future. It was not just a win, it was history repeating itself in a new form. As the night came to a close, fans slowly left the stadium, still buzzing with excitement. Outside, in the streets of New York, people talked about what they had just witnessed. Some carried Spanish flags, others wore Italian colors, but all agreed they had seen something special. The city that never sleeps had become the stage for a story that the tennis world will remember for years to come. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more news stories told in simple words. Hit the bell so you never miss an update. The next trophy moment could be just around the corner, and we will be here to bring it to you. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come.